We are looking at our little house. Turned all the posts off already. We're going to look at making the roof a little bit nicer, and we're doing that by putting something called a rake on it. And a rake is where the internal ceiling line follows the external ceiling line. So basically, I'm going to turn the walls off at the moment, and I'm going to turn off the floor. Where is the floor? The deck. You can see we've got the architraves just hanging out there. They're not going to get in my way too much for this. Got a pole sitting there too. So I'm going to choose modify and I'm going to choose shell. I'm going to click up underneath here and I'm going to type in 3mm. So that's going to give me a 3mm cut in there and press OK. Now you instantly notice that it's all gone red, and we need to probably fix that before we go too much further. So let's go for appearances, and our ceiling color was the glossy white, and when it cancel, we need to make sure I click on faces and apply the glossy white to each individual face inside here so that we know that we've got those all done. And sometimes you've got to zoom up to be able to get that in there, the right spot. And then of course you've got to look around for that one that you've missed. That's painted. Nice touch to do would be to put a window up here. I'm not going to put the glass in at the moment, but we could easily put a window in here by typing in O for offset and clicking on this surface here. I'm going to click on that line there and just drag it in. And we'll drag it into 2.5mm and hit stop sketch. Now that we've got that there, we can basically go and bring that in for a Q and drag that right through there so that it goes through the other side. And we've got a window. Now I could put a window in there, like I probably should put a window in there. The other thing I'm going to do is you notice I've actually created some more red in there by doing that because the default color is red. So the other thing I'm going to really quickly do is I'm going to press appearances and I'm going to make this whole surface here, faces, oak. I think I just deleted all the window glass. I'm going to press Ctrl Z. There we go. Appearance. There we go. Keep that on. What have I done now? Ctrl Z. Again, appearance, faces. Get that right. And put that there. That'll look nice. And one on that side too. And the glossy white on those two surfaces there. Okay. And that's going to look awesome when we go inside, but there's going to be a problem. Hopefully you'll have seen what the problem's going to be before we get there. But there is going to be a problem with that. As you go through, you'll realize what it is. And let's just see what it is by turning the walls on. And you'll notice that when you look inside, the walls don't actually go all the way to the top anymore. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So let's actually fix that by doing a bit of a trick. Let's turn off the roof. Turning off the roof, let's get rid of appearances too. I'm going to close the appearances tab. Where is the close button? Down the bottom. And I'm going to turn, oh, what happened there? The roof off, the walls on. And I'm going to create a sketch on the top. I'm going to use the P key to project every line by clicking on the white section so that the whole thing is there, and I'm going to hit stop sketch. You can see now that I've got this going, and now I'm going to modify this. But before I do too much further, I'm going to turn the roof back on, and the modification is going to be to an object, and that object is going to be the roof. I'm going to use not join, I'm going to use new body, and you'll now see that that's actually gone up into the roof. I've got to still fix the pole, but that new body has now gone up into the roof. Okay, the problem is, of course, that that new body up there, way up there, is actually now a new body and it's completely different color. and it looks like it's stuffed up all of the colors inside my house too. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I can't really tell at the moment. So basically, let's do some fixing now. So turn the roof off. So this part here needs to join. So I'm going to go modify, and I'm going to go combine, and I'm going to select on my blue walls first, my top body next, and click OK, and that's joined. So now that will actually have the same sort of object as that, and it's a little bit more more bizarre now, but basically when you put the roof on, it just works. And the roof appears to be all grey. I don't know why it lost that colouring. It's a bit annoying about how this program sometimes works. Glossy white needs to go inside there, and it's more, I'm basically going to hit remove and turn the whole roof white, and then paint the top surfaces red. So go faces, red, 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 and red, and that face there, can't select it, so I'm going to zoom in. That face there needs to be oak, as does that one there. So these aren't, by the way, my final colors, as I keep saying. I'm going to change these when I get into Blender. Then I'll turn my floor black on. My floor is up at the top of the deck. And let's see what I've got now. So I've got a quite nice looking sort of little unit happening there. Got the effect of having some skylights up in there, which you can't really see from any angle, but you will be able to see the effect of it when we take it into Blender and look at it through VR.